Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, karibu, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always making time to come and be with me. I'm feeling myself today. I'm in red, my favorite color. Oh yeah, it's Saturday as I'm doing this video, and it's one of those tough videos that I have to do, but I promised you guys we're walking together this journey of exploring America and finding our foot in America. So I really had to debate so much in my spirit if I should, uh, share this part of um, the or share this season, for lack of a better word. Let me just say, I don't know if I think it's more of a chapter. It's short. So I had to quit my job. God help me not to cry. I had to quit my job. Now I'll take you back so that you can see how I had to come to this hard decision. So I got employed and I really loved this company. Like I honestly did love this company. I enjoyed, working there. The thing is, I started as a temporary or like on a contract basis. So when they employed me, it was on a contract and I was to be confirmed based on performance. So um, I, of course, was excited and I went about doing what I was supposed to do. They really trained me very well. And the company is big, so they have different departments and we work with different clients. So um, I was placed in a different department and with a different client when I was, onboarded as a contract employee. And I really loved it. I really loved it. I'll tell you for free, it was a bank. I was doing banking stuff, even though I've never been a banker ever in my life. I was helping clients with their transactions. It's a thing here in America. Like you'd call your bank and say, I want to transfer money from this place to this place. Mostly the senior people and the people don't like using internet. So, they'll call in and say, hey, I want you to transfer this money. I want you to help pay my mortgage. So like I can access their what? I can access their system and like be able to do everything. Like even on their own online banking, if they're having issues, I'll be able to access that from my screen and I can guide them on what they're able to do from their mobile phone. Like I have the interface of what they have on their screen and what I have here on my screen. You get what I mean? So it was really good. Like honestly, it was so good. At first it was a bit difficult because I'm like, I've never done any banking things, and to make matters worse, I don't know any banking, rules and laws about here in America. So it was challenging, but I really, really did, catch up in terms of when they were training, because they only give us like 2 weeks training, and after that we were in. But like for the difficult things, they would, of course, be there and they'll guide you, they'll help you. So it was honestly a very nice position. It was a very nice time, and I really loved it. So, like I said, it was on a contract basis, and I was supposed to be confirmed after some time. So after 3 months, of course, I'm called into the HR office, and I think the second month, I think I shared that photo on my socials. The second month of me being me of me working there. So it was the first month, actually. Yeah, the first month of me working there, I got, at the end of the month, I got a recognition as employee of the month. And here it is. I was so happy, honestly, because I didn't expect it. I thought that was reserved for people who are permanent and people who have been there longer. I was there only 1 month, but I still got that. So I was really, really excited. I was like, this is so good. And of course, they pay, like it was awesome. It was very good. And then when I was applying for these jobs, I was very categorical about looking for work that only requires me to work Monday to Friday. My husband has a very good job, but it's rotating shifts. Like every week he has a new schedule. Every week he has a new schedule. It's constant, but each week is new. So like every month it's a constant schedule, but each week it's a new schedule. I don't know if that makes sense. All right. So we needed we needed to have some harmony, and so that's why I needed to have a shift that's very predictable. That's Monday to Friday, and also 8 to 5. So I was very keen when I was looking for jobs to be able to get jobs like that. So I would turn down any job that looked like I need to work weekends, any job that said it's rotating shifts, because here shifts are very, like, it's a thing. You choose different shifts. It's a 24-hour economy, so you choose different shifts. You can work whichever shifts: morning shift, mid-afternoon, evening, night shift. So you choose. So I was very categorical on getting a shift that allows me to work. It's very predictable in this case: Monday to Friday, no weekends, and 8 to 5, so that I can be home, pick Mikey from daycare or school at 5. We come home and do our thing, and then weekend I'm also here because my husband works weekends. Most weekend, like 3 weekends in a month, he works. Okay, so of course that's what I got with this current position now that I was. So, like, after working there for like 3 months, they're really impressed, and I was called into the HR office, and they said, we want to confirm you. Congratulations. And I was excited. I was like, that's very good. But then here came the shocker. They wanted to confirm me, yes, and retain me, yes, but the client we were working for, their contract was ending with this company, this bank. So the company wanted to retain me, yes, but move me to another program, like another client within the same company. So they work with different companies. So I was like, okay, that's good, that's exciting. And so she started telling me about this company, and I mean this new client. And this new client, it's a sports company, but it's not just a sports company. It's a betting company. Betting, gambling. But what really caught my attention is when she started telling me the working hours. Now, this being a betting company, most people place their bets, and most games are played over the weekends. So it goes without saying that the company is busy on weekends, and so they need people to work weekends. It's not negotiable. It is not negotiable. Okay. By the time she was calling me into her office, she had already called other people. So there was what you do, you choose your schedule that is comfortable with you. So remember, I'm coming from a very predictable schedule, Monday to Friday. It's a bank. So, even Saturdays I wasn't working because I'd already told them about my situation with the baby, and I don't have any help, and daycares don't open on Saturdays. So even Saturdays I was not meant to work in this old program. And it was perfect. So now she tells me, here are the schedules that you need to choose for this new program. And so I look at that schedule, the available days. The company runs all the way to 11 p.m. So most of the schedules that were still available were schedules from like 12 to 10, like into the night. And then there was one for the day, 7 to 4, but the off day was like Wednesday and I think Friday, Wednesday and Friday as the off day. Like nothing was going to work with me because they only one day would have been an off day if you're lucky to get the weekend off. At this point, I'm panicking because I'm asking her, is there any other thing I can choose from? Because what is available here honestly cannot work for me. And so I had to repeat myself, and I said, look, I have a baby who's going to daycare Monday to Friday. Now, unfortunately, here daycares don't work on Saturdays. So if I'm needed to work Saturday and Sunday, it means I'll have to pay someone to watch this baby Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and yet I've already paid someone the daycare Monday to Friday, so it's like I'm paying daycare throughout. So she's like, at the moment, no, but let me see, I'll try to raise your issue with the relevant with the department head, and we'll see what happens. So at that point, when she called me to tell me about them confirming me, and this was a full-time job. Now they were giving me a full-time job. I was gonna get benefits, I was gonna get insurance, I was gonna get paid time off, I was gonna get vacation days, paid vacation days. I was fully gonna get 401k, like all the benefits. So it was a full-time confirmed job. So I was really excited. But at that point we had to leave that conversation hanging because whatever she was showing me as available schedules were not gonna work with me and my family arrangement. So of course I let it go, but now I'm so stressed. Have you ever been so stressed? Like, I've been confirmed. I'm being given a full-time job. I should be happy. But I'm not happy because I'm in a dilemma. What's gonna happen? So anyway, that day ends. It was almost like in the afternoon. So I was like, okay, it was almost time to leave for me to leave anyway. So I left work and I came home and I was telling my husband about this good news and he was excited. And I told him, but he was like, oh, what's the but, So I went ahead to explain the situation and he was like, oh no. Yeah. So we were both now in a dilemma. So anyway, the next day I go back and, the lady calls me and she's like, I've been able to get you a day schedule and not one that needs you to work at night. Because also remember, with daycare, the baby is only in daycare from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right. So if you're working until 9 p.m., 11 p.m., who is gonna take the baby? Remember, my husband's schedule in this case is not flexible, so we're not even thinking about him. So anyway, I come back the next day, and the HR says, okay, we've been able to get you a position that is a daytime schedule, from 8 to 5. Is that okay? And I said, yes, it's okay, but it still needs you to work weekends, and you're only getting an off Monday and Tuesday. And I was like, well, so at this point it was either I was taking the job or I'm quitting, because that was not gonna work for me. So anyway, I'm like, okay, let me think about it, let me discuss it to my husband, and I'll let you guys know. So of course hubby's like, yeah, we'll try and work it out. And I was like, okay, all right then, if you say so. So I went ahead to sign the contract. And since I was moving to a whole new program, they needed to train me. And we're a team, I'm not alone. So, of course, we started 2 weeks of training, on the new product, the new client, what they need to do. It's mostly gambling things. You need to know like sports. You need to know how to analyze games and things like that. So I go through the training. Luckily, the training was not starting my schedule. So the training was Monday to Friday, 2 weeks training, Monday, Friday, 8 to 5. So I was like, let me do the training and then I'll see how it goes. I've already signed the contract, right? So we do the training Monday, Friday for 2 weeks, 8 to 5. That's the B2 training. So after the 2 weeks of training now, Monday comes and, we are now sitting on our desks and it's time to start work. And it was such a bad day, Monday. And Tuesday came, Wednesday came, and the reality of this job started hitting. So being off Monday and Tuesday, needed to work Wednesday through Sunday was not gonna work. Like I said, the baby is going to daycare Monday to Friday, and with daycare here, you pay. Even when your child is not in daycare, you have to pay because you're holding that spot. Otherwise, you let go of that spot, and another child will fill it in. So even when your child is sick, you still pay the daycare. So the fact that I'm off Monday, Tuesday does not mean that I would save those money and maybe stay home with the baby. No. Being off Monday, Tuesday, I'm already paying daycare. The child goes to daycare or soon he's going to start school. But I need to work Saturday, Sunday. This Saturday, Sunday, I'm at work. My husband is at work. Who's watching the baby? So that means we have to get into our pockets to pay now a babysitter, because daycares don't work Saturday and Sunday here. Those in Kenya, please appreciate that you get your daycares on Saturday, all right? Because here, Saturday and Sundays, daycare are off. They don't work. And that's Texas. I don't know. Let me know if you're in the United States. If you're in the United States and it's different in the state that you're in. So you see, it wasn't going to work. Because at the end of the day, when you do the calculation of daycare, which you're already paying $185 per week, if I'm to add another babysitting fee, you'd find most people asking for like $10 an hour. So you're working 8 hours. So $10 an hour, that's $80 per hour. I mean, $80 for the 8 hours. So you can negotiate and get someone who was willing to take like 50, So let's even say they take 50. So 50 Saturday, 50 Sunday. That's $100. You're already paying how much? $185 to the daycare Monday, Friday. So Monday, Friday plus Saturday, Sunday, 100. That's $285. That's a week. Make that math by 4 and see how much. It's not worth it. But that was really not the problem. For me, the major thing also was, if my baby is going to daycare Monday to Friday, I am off Monday, Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday, I have to work. My baby is off school or daycare Saturday and Sunday, and me, I'm working. I'm only off Monday, Tuesday when he's going to school or daycare. I'm saying school or daycare because Mikey is starting school soon. So when are we ever gonna spend time? When am I ever gonna spend time with my baby? And that was like the awakening. Because right now, if I'm working Monday, Friday, I'm able to spend time with him, whether it's daycare or school. Saturday, Sunday, we are together, we spend our time, we enjoy each other, we go play, we go eat, we do stuff, we hang out, you know? So when I got to that realization, I was like, it's a good thing I've been confirmed, it's a good thing I'm getting this job, but it's not gonna work for me. It's not gonna work for me. And it was a very hard decision to make because I'm not a quitter. I don't like quitting. I don't like giving up. One day I just woke up and I was like, I feel like the right thing is to quit for sure, but I'm still not sure. So what I'll do, let me just call in sick, not go to work, and spend the day just thinking about this whole thing and the decision I'm about to make. I called in, and then of course my kid had already been dropped to daycare by the dad, and the dad also went to work. So I was left in the house. Perfect way to just be alone and think. So yeah, I thought it through and I was like, this is a permanent job. It's not a contract base to where I can say I'll do it for 3 months and it will be over. This was a permanent thing. So if I was taking on the job, it means this is going to be our reality for some time, or for the rest of the time that I'm going to work here. When I made that decision, we also agreed with Happy that it's good to discuss it with my work seniors, just like raise it up and see if there's a way they can work out something for me. And so I did an email, just explaining the situation, and for like a week that email was not answered. And my team lead kept telling me, yeah, he's already passed it up, so we just have to wait for communication. And that was before now I decided to call in sick and just think about everything. So when I realized my email was not being attended to and time is clocking or ticking, I was like, okay, let me try and go speak to, we have like a retention manager, because I really like this company. I didn't want to like leave. I really loved this company. It's just that the program they put me in and the time schedules was not working for me. So the day I decided to go do that, go speak to the retention manager, I go to her desk and she was a bit busy and like calls back to back. So I didn't get to speak to her. And that kind of killed my morale. I was like, yeah. So Thursday, I didn't go in. Friday, I also called in. I was like, they're not feeling well. I'm not coming in. And at this point, I'd already made up the decision to just close this chapter and look for something else. So I decided that Friday, that the next day, which is a Saturday, which is still a working day, I'll walk in and hand over my badge to them as I pick my belongings. So I went to the office and my team lead saw me and was like, "Yay, she's back!" I was like, "Oh God, how do I break this?" I was feeling really, I don't know, I was feeling it. I was honestly feeling it. Having to make this kind of decision is not easy, but it needed to be done. It was a very hard conversation to have with him, when he was all excited to see me. And I was like, yeah, I'm here to return my badge. I need to return this badge. And he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah. So, yeah, there wasn't much discussion, I was just asking him, is there anything I need to sign, anything I need to write? And I was like, no, just send me a message with the same, saying that, you want to discontinue your position effective, today or that day, and you'll be good. I was like, okay. So it's like I need to pick my items. So I picked my items from my desk, and yeah, I walked out. It was very hard. It was very hard. It's days like this that I'm reminded, and I keep telling women, men and women can never be equal. Go climb the earth, get to the moon, come back. Men and women will never be equal, because here I am, I have to make this tough decision, but it's not something that my husband really thinks about. It's not something that he can think about. But you know why? Because he's the main income earner. His job is like the cash cow at the moment. Mine is supplementary income. So he cannot even think about quitting his job for the family. You get what I mean? So These are some of the days, and the other day that I really truly realized that men and women will never be the same in as much as we fight for equal rights and women empowerment and everything, is the day I gave birth. The minute I stood up from that bed where I was giving birth, and it looked like a cow had just given birth there with all the blood and all the mess, I was like, a man will never experience that in life. A man will never experience that in life. So, in as much as we're fighting for women empowerment, I do not subscribe to the idea that men and women can be equal, or what a man can do, a woman can do better. I don't subscribe to that. We all have things that, are specifically for women and specifically for men. There are decisions I'll have to make simply because I'm a woman, and there are decisions my husband will make simply because he's the man. You get what I mean? Yeah, but I always believe life has to happen. Somehow it will happen. And at the end of the day, being alive, being healthy, and the family being healthy, safe, and my baby feeling like, yeah, he doesn't have to compete with mommy and daddy always working. That's all that matters. Yeah. So, God will definitely open a door. God will definitely make a way. God is still writing this script. He's a script writer, he's a script director, he's the one who controls the lights, he's the stage manager, and nothing definitely catches him by surprise. Nothing definitely catches him by surprise. If you had told me 1 week ago that I would quit my job, I would have told you, nah, but here we are. Decisions have to be made, whether hard, easy, decisions have to be made. I'll tell you for sure, I don't regret making that decision, and I think it was the best decision to make for my family, for my baby. Yeah, and once I get something else, for sure I'll keep you guys posted. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, remember to be kind to one another, love one another, and treasure every minute you spend with one another, because tomorrow is not promised. Ciao.